Hey guys, welcome back, and today I'm just gonna go through all the books I have. Basically, I'm just gonna get them right now, actually. So, I have a huge stack right next to me. Okay, I got one out of like a million stacks I have. Yeah, most of them I've read. The other half, not really. Or I'm just starting to read. But, yeah. I have a lot of favorites, and I basically have a lot of series as well. But we'll grab the series I have and just. So, we're gonna go over all the books I have, and basically I'm gonna rate it, and I'm going to just explain how I enjoyed it or how I didn't enjoy it, or if I read it or not. So basically, right now, we have This Book Kills by Ravena Jerome. I hope I said that right. And it's like a murder mystery book, but it's a really interesting sequel. I actually really enjoyed this book, and I used to read this so much in school. So I rate this at least a 7 out of 10. I felt like a lot of the chapters were like somewhat similar in ways, and they just like felt ongoing until you finally get clues of what's going on. That was actually a really good book. I personally liked it. I have this book, The Killing Hour. I haven't read this yet. I got this at Walmart, I think. It's a crime book, and I just haven't found real interest in the book quite yet. But it's basically just like a serial killer book. If you're really interested in those, this might be a book for you. This is called The Killing Hour by Lisa Gardner. I just don't know if you'll like it. I personally haven't read it, so I can't really rate it. So this is The Killing Hour. Got that one. I also have If I Go Missing by Leslie Wolfe, or just Wolf, I don't know how that works. This is also a mystery book, and I got this at Walmart. And from what I got This Book Kills, so off topic guys, but I got This Book Kills I think got it at school. I don't know, but I really don't. But that one I haven't read it either, so I can't read it. And I also have Winter Kill by Marcia Forkicha Skitshabush. I hope I said this right. That's her name. His or her, I don't know. This is $3, but it's a book about reality in Ukraine, and then talking about Canadian life. It's like an interesting book. I haven't read this. I just skimmed through the back, but I haven't read this. But this goes back to the Ukraine famine genocide in the 1930s, and this is like the author, she explains and talks about in someone's point of view that is not real, about the Holodomor or the death by starvation. This seems like a very interesting book if you're interested in like reality books. But if you're interested, this book's for you. I don't know where I got this either, and I kind of just threw that, but it's fine. I also have Escape from Stalingrad. It's about the Nazis in Germany. If you know about the Holocaust, this is similar to it. I've learned a lot about the Holocaust in my English class, actually. Not my history, my English. So, it's a very serious topic, which I don't want that to ever happen again. I really personally don't, in my personal opinion. But basically, it's about the Holocaust, explaining how to escape, what they think. It's like what they think. I haven't read this either, so I can't rate it. But this is Escape from Stalingrad by Andy Armijo. Hopefully I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. And I have another one. Shotgun Lover Love Song by Nicholas Butler. And I haven't read this, but I got this at either Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And basically, it's about it just describes about a human universal condition, and it talks about a small Wisconsin town that they call home, and talks about reality, basically. So, it's very interesting. I haven't read this, so I can't rate it, unfortunately. But, that's nice. The next book I have is The Summer I Turned Pretty, from Jenny Han something. But this is basically a book of the show The Summer I Turned Pretty. I haven't read this, but it does say right here, it says now an original series on Prime Video. If you know what that is, you can go look at it. I can't sponsor. So it's basically about the show, about this girl, Belly, and her two crushes or something that she's known, Jeremiah and Conrad. And I haven't read this, I can't rate it, which I probably actually will read this soon. Next book I have is Life After Life by Kate Atkinson. This is about a death book. It's a death book about someone that dies and then comes back to life. It's basically, that's really what it is. Yeah, I haven't read this, but very interesting how it seems. The next thing I have is The Vampire Diaries. I'm still reading the first book. I've been reading it for like a year. So I got bored of it once. I have this book and I have the whole series actually. I have all the series. From L.J. Smith. So, I haven't read this all, but so far I've read some of it, and it's pretty cool. I think it's cool. I have If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. I did a project on this book actually, and I love this book. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. I actually would give this a 1,000 out of 10. I recommend this to anyone that is interested in love stories, romantic stories. This is for you. They have another book, which I don't have. If Only I Had Told Her is the book. But I love this book so much. I've read this like 10 times after the project. So like, I recommend it to you because if you like romance stories like I do, then you'll definitely like it. I have this next book called Monday Is Not Coming. This is about Monday, this main character. Her best friend disappeared, and no one notices at all besides her. And I personally didn't really like it. I just started reading it and I didn't like it at all. But the author, Tiffany D. Jackson, has many other good books, which will be coming up. I have this book and I rate it a 4 out of 10, personally, because I just don't get the storyline completely. And I just don't understand the story completely. But if you guys know this book, and if there's like another book, let me know, so I can understand the story much better. Next book I have from Tiffany D. Jackson, allegedly. This is about a woman. This woman killed a child, like under her care, and blamed it on her daughter. And her daughter went to jail and went to a group home, and turns out to be pregnant at 15 with a kid of a guy that's 18. I know that's really weird, but it talks about numerous things. If you don't like sensitive topics like this one, this book about teen pregnancy, swearing, death, betrayal, anything, and the racism in this book, I suggest you don't read it. Just like this book kills, If He Had Been With Me, and Monday's Not Coming, and especially, I think that's it from what I know. But if you have if you don't like sensitive topics, or you have triggers, those probably won't be for you. And for If He Had Been With Me, there is some more mature topics, like much more mature for like much more older people. If you're really young and don't want to know stuff that is for when you're much more older, then don't read that book. I've warned you. And the next everything I have. My favorite. I have my favorites. And yes, I know I put it in the camera. I got 4 out of the 5 Twilight books. My other book is somewhere. I know it. I love these. I've cherished these for years. And I started reading these in 7th grade, and I just fell in love with it. And I still watch the movies. It's amazing. I love this series a lot. I rate this a 1,000,000 out of 10. I recommend it for you. Unless you don't want to, like, know about pregnancies and sexual content, mature content. I didn't say that. Mature content. It's for warnings. Just to let you know. And it does have, I think, a little bit of swearing, but not as much. But, like, if you don't like that and you get trigger warnings like that, then it's not for you. Next book. That's Not What Happened. This is about a high school shooting in schools, and this main character's best friend died, and there's an ongoing investigation, and she's trying to get the full story out of people and make a book about it, of everyone's opinions. Basically, this book talks about shootings, murders, everything, basically, and if you don't like that stuff, then don't read this. Next book, Every Last Word. This is basically a book about a girl that has OCD, which is, like, she's very focused on certain things to be perfect. But it's kind of like a still mature book, basically. But I haven't read this fully, but so far I actually really like this book. I rate it like a 6 out of 10, just because I haven't read it all. I got more. Got a couple more. Obviously, it says I'm in here. I've read the whole thing. This is called Tell Me What Happened. Tell me what really happened. This is about a murder, and this is an investigation, basically, about someone that got killed while all of her friends were there, and they're trying to find the killer. This is a very interesting book. If you like investigations and all that, this will be for you. So far, I rate this a 7 out of 10. I think it's decent. Next book I got is 1,000 Broken Pieces by Tillie Cole. I really like this book. This is a love book, but this is basically about people that are going on a trip to get their mind off everything, because all their therapists have said so. So, if you like these books, romance books, they're for you. And the last book I got is In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. And this is about a murder, a very savage murder, on November 15th, 1959 in Holcomb, Kansas. And this author wrote a book about it and all the violences, trials, and everything that got on with this very savage murder. That's all my books. Let me know if you want me to go through anything else. I love you guys so much. Goodbye.